Hi, this is Rocky Hall, and today we're going to do a fun video. Fun because I think some of this is funny, not all of it, absolutely not. But what it is, it's people calling into the Bureau of Land Management in Burns, Oregon, and giving their opinions about the B.L.M. And this was done during the occupation of the Harney Resource Center outside of Burns, Oregon there, when the militia and some people took over the refuge and did what they did. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play everything that I have, and some of it is not good and some of it's funny. But this lets you know when you call into a state federal agency and you leave a message, this could be utilized in an FBI investigation. So maybe that you should think twice about what you say when you leave messages. And then it goes out to the public, and then it gets put onto YouTube, and somebody in here is going to look like a racist asshole. So anyway, stand by, and I'm going to give you what I got.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a little suggestion about the demonstration tomorrow. You know, it's going to be really cold, and I would think that it'd go really well if the BLM partnered with the sheriff's office and they served hot coffee and donuts to them demonstrators. Pretty hard to say bad things about people who treat you nice. They're just an idea. Think about it.
That, sir, was an awesome idea, and I think that gentleman had a very good idea. And thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, this is John Witzel down at French Glen. Hey, could Brendan Kane please give me a call back? 541.
I cut the phone number out of that one because I'm not going to put that gentleman's phone number out there. So moving on.
Yeah, I'm calling about the Hammond situation there. It's time for the BLM, whoever runs that district, to get a hold of the BLM, whoever manages the Department of the Interior here in the United States. It's time for them to get a hold of them and get on Obama's butt. And I'm using all that very nicely, and get Hammonds granted some clemency. You people are wrong. It's totally wrong. You need to get right to the top of the ladder, and it can be done if somebody wants to do it.
I personally appreciated that guy. You could tell he's an older gentleman with a tad bit of class. Thank you very much. And the Hammonds are home. They are with their families. They're having dinner, breakfast, and lunch at home and enjoying some fresh air.
Hi, my name is Wendy Fowler. I am an appraiser, and I have a question regarding a right-of-way grant and temporary use permit that someone has for accessing their property, and was hoping you might be able to answer a couple questions for me. My number is 541. Once again, my name is Wendy Fowler. This has to do with a right-of-way use permit for a piece of property in Riley, and I have some questions. 541. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Here's a lady that's just conducting business, and she gets caught up in an FBI investigation. Whether she was doing legit business, not my call, don't care. I cut her phone number out, cut her a little slack, and we're moving on.
No law. Plain and simple, you are going over and above the rights and duties that you hold in an office. This is not the first phone call I've made today about this. I've called the mayor of Oregon. Now I'm calling you. Do what is right. Back off. Before you find there are going to be a lot of armed people on that ranch that are fed up with this country and the way that it thinks it can bully people. I have a Constitution in my pocket. That is the only registration I need for anything in this country. That is my license to do anything. You have no right to bully, harass, or unconstitutionally try to make people surrender their property. In fact, your whole office is a breach of constitutional law. just like Obama. Yes, I said it, CI nigger. Obama is a breach of the Constitution. He isn't even an American citizen of the United States of America. He is fraudulent in every way. Just because he thinks he can do it doesn't mean you should. He will burn just like any other tyrant in history. We the people will stand. We will stand tall, and we will stand strong. And there are lots more of us than this country thinks. We're not all asleep, and all your lies don't help. Get off the Hammond Ranch.
My personal opinion on people that use the N-word, C-word, you're a low IQ, inbred piece of shit. And I would not have put that in there other than this is part of everything that I have. I don't like the N-word, don't appreciate the N-word, don't use the N-word, and even black people that use the N-word, I believe that you are a low IQ, inbred piece of shit. Moving on. Okay, I may have got caught up in the N-word a little bit there. He had a few good things to say, and a few not good things to say, but it was his opinion, and he was a little strong there. But sir, you really should know that this is being recorded. Obviously, you left a message. So you might want to think of these things when you leave messages. So yeah, he was right, I'll spot on some others, and moving on.
This guy is.
Bless your heart, darling, if you just did a butt dial and get caught up in an FBI investigation, you ain't too bright, darling. So you might want to know where you're putting that phone and who you're dialing and who you got on speed dial, because you just got caught up in an FBI investigation and you just got put on YouTube. Bless your heart. Moving on.
My name's Karina Brown, and I'm a reporter with Courthouse News. I'm here in Burns covering the militia situation at the wildlife refuge, and I was hoping to get some background information from someone at the B.L.M. and more information about the ownership of the refuge and sort of the feasibility of some of the demands here. Whether that's a reality check or not, but just some information on the ownership of the land and the water rights too. Again, my name is Karina Brown. I'm with Courthouse News, and my phone number is 503-348-3850. Thanks so much.
Girl, they ain't gonna talk to you. They're scared. They're scared of everybody. Why don't you call that B.L.M. office and ask them how come the B.L.M. employees, supervisors, were shredding and burning documents out of that office? That's a very good question to ask them. Also ask them how come they believed the FBI when the FBI told the B.L.M. employees that the militia was there to kill them, because they were not. They were not, and that is a lie. Those are some questions you can call the B.L.M. office and ask. Okay, moving on.
Hi, my name is Jason Rashke. I'm a Oregon resident, and I'm calling to kind of voice my concern over the situation that's going on down in the refuge and generally in the Burns area. I'm a little frustrated on how it's being handled and think that more should be done to quell these bullies and their domestic violence. Basically, they're armed, they're radical, and they're occupying land that is not theirs by their own admission, and it's disrupting our state and a feeling of peace in our area, and I'm not sure why something more has not been done up to this point. Just they're allowing them to do what they want. Watching the Harney County Sheriff shake hands with these basically criminals because they're trespassing and they're inflicting scare tactics on Oregon and our government officials. So I'm a little frustrated with how you guys are handling it. I think if it were anybody else, from kids occupying the refuge to a group of other political activists, you guys would be in there. The federal government would be in there. And on another note, according to the Constitution, the federal government is supposed to be protecting us from domestic violence, which leading up to some pretty crazy stuff is going to happen, and got a lot of people watching and the world watching, and hopefully you guys step it up and do the right thing here. All right, thanks for listening.
So here's a young gentleman that believes that more should have been done to the militia from the FBI and the federal government and the local law enforcement. So tell me that a man's life wasn't enough to give up. And maybe you should have came out there and stood and got to know what was going on, because obviously you're fucking clueless. Anyway, personal opinion there. Moving on.
Rhonda, congratulations. You are now a part of a criminal organization. So I thought you guys were supposed to land manage and shit, not commit terrorist attacks and crimes on a fucking family because you want their goddamn farm, you stupid bitch. You're negligent of duty under the United States Constitution 18.2382, 18.2071, 18.2076, 42.1983, 14.1985, and 42.1986. Congratulations, you're terrorists. Go fuck yourself.
I thought that was funny as shit. I'm sorry, but I just think that guy's just a frickin' hootenanny. Anyway, thank you for the entertainment, darling. Bless your heart. Moving on.
Yeah, I'm calling with a real good suggestion that maybe you just leave the ranchers alone. Things would get better. Have a good day.